We're also engaged in a treasure hunt right now that involves the pirate Billy Bowlegs, or as his real name was, William Augustus Bowles. But we've actually been out digging for treasure and have had some surprises that we'll be showing people soon. And there comes the Amtrak. I can see it now. So let's switch to our live feed, looking down, and there it comes. You can hear the train coming. And this is an exciting moment. You can see everyone is excited. The train is pulling into the station. And if you'll raise that up so people can see the train, raise our camera up, and we'll show you the train arriving. And there it comes, right through downtown Chipley. This is the first time we have seen an Amtrak train here in many, many years. The excitement here is everyone is waving, everyone is excited. We're going to be quiet and let you hear the train. What a great moment here in Chipley. And there's so much excitement. The crowd is all over. Rachel's moving the camera around a little bit so you can see. We can see the dignitaries waving to us from the train. There's the conductor going by. What a great scene. Here comes the observation car. Rachel, if you'll look up at the top of the car at all the people waving at us, look at that. What a great moment. And on board the train are Amtrak officials, dignitaries from towns that are being reviewed from stops from New Orleans, from Biloxi, from Pass Christian, from Mobile, Atmore, Pensacola, Crestview, and in Chipley. From here, they'll be heading on to Tallahassee. The next stop after they leave here will be Tallahassee. And from Tallahassee, they're going to go on to Madison, and from Madison to Lake City, and from Lake City into Jacksonville later tonight. But an exciting moment here. We're beginning to see people coming off of the train. If you can aim back that way, high over the crowd, we'll see some of the people beginning to come off the train. The doors are coming open now, and we're seeing some of these dignitaries who've been along for the ride coming off to enjoy this great moment here in Washington County. And this is a historical moment because it is the first time that Amtrak has stopped here in a number of years. And it bodes good things for the future of Chipley, Washington County, and the entire region. Let me mention also, this has been a great day for Crestview. The train stopped there earlier today. A great day for Pensacola with the possible resumption of Amtrak service for them. And for Atmore, where they arrived, passed through yesterday for Mobile. You can see people are coming off. We can hear people applauding. They're holding up signs saying, "Welcome Amtrak, we want you back." They're waving American flags. And their children out, their young kids who this may be the first time they've ever seen a passenger train. So, if you live somewhere where Amtrak is a regular feature or you have commuter rail, you're used to this. But for us, what a special day this is here in Northwest Florida. And we're very excited about this possibility of a return of rail service. We've got great people arriving on the train, great people who have turned out to greet the train. In a few moments, we're going to be hearing some comments from some of these key leaders who have turned out to welcome Amtrak back, and just a fun day, a unique day, a great day to be a part of it here. If you turn around the other way there a little bit, they just raised the U.S. and the Florida flags higher so people can see them, and let people know how excited Florida is for the possible resumption of the Gulf Coast Amtrak service. You can see some of the Amtrak employees on the train. Everyone just very excited at this moment. There are a lot of TV crews here from around the nation who are riding on the train or covering the train. And of course, we're happy to be here with 2 TV to carry it all live for you. Rachel is making sure we get our cameras up above the crowd to show you, some of the excitement, show you the American flags waving in the breeze. You can see there's the, if you'll angle back to the left a little bit, Rachel, so we can see the flags
waving. Can everybody
waving.
hear me all right? Can everyone hear me all right?
And we're getting just about ready to begin.
Thank you for joining me today as we welcome the express train arrival at Bill East Station. The city of Chipley fully supports and desires to welcome back the local Amtrak service.
That is the mayor of Chipley speaking. You can hear in the background.
Causing massive damage to the rail infrastructure in 2005, the Chipley Amtrak station service came to a halt. We are excited to know that plans are being implemented to restore this sunset limited rail service that once served Chipley. It is time that the citizens of Chipley have alternate for transportation, and we believe this is the solution. Reintroducing the passenger rail service will connect our region and many attractions together, helping to make the entire region even more.
In the background, you can hear the mayor of Chipley speaking. You can see the crowd gathered around him as he speaks.
An economic impact that would help build jobs in our economy. I would like to especially thank Dan Dealey with DSD Service Group for his tremendous effort in planning the coordinators and their team, along with Ms. Heather Lopez with the Tourist Development Council for organizing this event. Thank you. Now we have Congresswoman Corrine Brown to speak.
You can hear the applause. They just introduced U.S. Representative Corrine Brown to speak.
I'm in church. But before I begin, I don't know whether I'm on. First of all, are there any veterans here? I want you to raise your hand. Let's give them a hand. Thank you for your service.
She just thanked the veterans for their service, but you should be able to hear her, so just keep listening.
I have been on Veterans Affairs for the entire time I've been in Congress, and also on transportation. Now, when we had Katrina, it knocked out the train. And it's just unacceptable that if we're going to have a hurricane man-made, have a natural disaster, we've got to be able to move people out of harm's way. Do you understand? It's not just economic development. It is homeland security. That's why we need to reestablish the train. And when I mention those veterans, failure is not an option. We're going to get this train and we're going to get it going. And are we all on board?
She just asked if everyone's on board. You could hear the celebration in the crowd.
We're going to have a stop here in Chipley?
Yes, ma'am.
I want you all to know I was a little nervous. I started out in New Orleans, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. They all would turn out. But thank you for turning out for Florida. Now I want to know, is Florida all aboard? Is Florida all aboard? One more time, is Florida going to get on the train? All right.
Thank you, Congresswoman. I'm John Marks. I have been appointed to the Gulf Coast Rail Working Group. I am your liaison to make this happen. All right, from here to Tallahassee to Jacksonville. So I'm here working with you, and as the Congresswoman says, are we ready for a train to come across North Florida? Yeah! Are we, Chipley, are you ready? Yeah! We're on to Tallahassee next. We got to please thank Congresswoman Corrine Brown. She has been there from the beginning, and I've been working with her for 6-7 years on this project, and she has been there steadfast to make sure that this happens. So let's go get aboard, although you all can't get on the train, but let's all get on the board with the idea we're going to have train service for North Florida.
I do think seats on the train. Where are the train? Hey, come on up. If somebody wants to ride to Tallahassee, they got some seats.
I'm John
Congress.
Spain with the Southern Rail Commission. We have 5 seats. 5 seats. If you want to board this once-in-a-lifetime train, you can ride it with us to Tallahassee. You have to find your own way back. It is a one-way ticket, but we would love to give you a tour of the train. If you want to do it and can get your way back, I have 5 seats. Come up here. The first 5 people get them. We'd love to have you ride on the train. And thank you for such a warm, warm welcome. Number 1 right here. 4 more left. 4 more left.
How you gonna get back?
All right, as you could hear, we've heard from representatives of the Southern Railway Commission, from Amtrak. We heard from.
All right, ladies and
Green
gentlemen,
Brown.
thank you so much. Remember, we have to show the enthusiasm so Congress will give us the correct appropriations to make this happen. All right? We have already been authorized. We've already been authorized, but we don't have the money yet. So we've got to get the money, and with your enthusiasm, we will get it.
All right, you heard
As
it.
the Congresswoman says, failure is not an option, right? Talk to your congresspersons, your senators, everybody you know to make Amtrak service happen. And as the Congresswoman says, this is somewhat about economic development, but it's also about security. Remember that. It's also about homeland security. If nothing else, we need it for that purpose. But in addition to that, there will be a tremendous economic opportunity and boom for Chipley, Florida, for Tallahassee, Florida, for Jacksonville, Florida, for all of us. We need this service. Let me hear the whistles. If you got a whistle, let me hear it. All right. Okay.
That train whistle says we're about to pull out. All aboard. If you want one of the remaining seats, come join us, please, and thank you again.
All right, as you can hear it, the train is about to pull out of Bill Lee Station here in Chipley. You can hear the enthusiasm. This crowd grew all morning long. I don't know how many people are here. I would guesstimate that the crowd is well over 300 at this point. We've got people here from all walks of life. We got people here from all cultures. It's something that is bringing us all together, which is this effort to bring commuter or passenger rail intercity service back to the Gulf Coast of Florida. They have offered 5 people who would like a ride to Tallahassee to ride the train. They have to find their own way back because the train isn't coming back today. Some of the highlights of what they told us here, as you heard the mayor of Chipley and as you heard the congresswoman say, failure is not an option. We are going to bring this train back. They both project that it will mean wonderful economic opportunity for the area. It will mean also an evacuation route in the event of a hurricane for cities along the Gulf Coast like Pensacola, like Biloxi, like Mobile, like New Orleans. And of course you can tell how much New Orleans could have used it when Katrina came through. That's part of what they've been telling us about. They've been telling us that the route has been authorized. That was some breaking news that was delivered here today, that Amtrak has been authorized to resume this this actual passenger route across North Florida that will connect New Orleans, Louisiana with Jacksonville, Florida, and then Jacksonville with Orlando. So breaking news today from what the Congresswoman told us, the route has been authorized. That's great news. What they need now is their final appropriation from Congress to make this happen. We're watching the train board right now, and then in just a minute we're going to carry live as the train pulls out of Bill Lee Station here in Chipley, Florida. It's been a wonderful day. It's wonderful to see so many people come out to support their community, to support something good for their community. And, you know, when you watch the news in the evening, a lot of times smaller communities like this feel like people only come cover them when there's something bad. This is something great, and we are pleased that 2 Egg TV could be here and cover it live for you. If you're tuned in late or haven't seen the broadcast yet, you'll be able to watch it in replay on 2egg.tv. We'll have it on 2egg.tv on the internet for a long time to come. You'll be able to watch it there, or on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube, the replay of this broadcast. So we're very excited about this. What a wonderful day this has been. And the crowd is pulling back, and we're just in a minute going to watch. Let me see if I can get Heather to come over here and join us. And Rachel, if you'll keep filming the train. Heather, why don't you sit down here with me?
Okay.
And Heather Lopez is joining us. She is the Director of Tourism for Washington County. And
Thank you very much.
Wow, you pulled off a success.
Thank you.
Let's see here. There we are. We're going to watch the train pull out while we talk. But I don't know. I was guesstimating 300 people or more. What are your thoughts on the crowd today?
Yeah, I would guesstimate about 300. We have a lot of county officials, a lot of city officials. We have people from the state park out here. Everybody came out to support, so it's a great event.
And it's been really neat. I've talked to folks from Holmes County who were here, from Jackson County. There were the Dothan Railroad enthusiasts are down. The Panama City Beach is waving a big banner right over behind us saying Panama City Beach welcomes Amtrak back. As I told people, the breaking news that I heard out of the comments today is that the route has been authorized by Congress. So that is great news. And now we're watching the train pull out. So let's just watch it go for a minute. There you see it. People waving to us as they pull out. And here comes the last car on the train. And the train has left the station here at Bill Lee Station in Chipley, Florida. What a great day this has been for Washington County. I'm going to pull the camera back on us now, Heather, so beware.
Okay.
And it'll be coming back in just a second. And there you are anyway. I think I'm in there somewhere. Let's see. There we are. So the train has left the station, as they say, or Elvis has left the building. What a great event. And tell me, in terms of tourism, what it would mean for Washington County for Amtrak, return.
If Amtrak came back here, it would increase our tourism in Chipley because it would be a stop where they would have a direct route to Panama City.
Right.
So it would increase our traffic here, help our downtown, and we could offer packages for them to stay overnight and possibly get them to do some things here for a day or so.
And one thing that I've talked about earlier as we were waiting for the train, one interesting thing about the study this time is that the study was much more tourism oriented than their past effort here in Chipley. And they were looking for stops with interesting places for people to see in the stop area as well as nearby. And of course, the Panama City Beach nearby is an obvious draw. But you have things here like Falling Water State Park and the rivers for paddling and the creeks and all of that. Give us kind of an overview of just what are some of the top attractions in Washington County. If people, when this route resumes, and we're gonna be like everybody else, we're not going to take a no. We're going to resume Amtrak service. What are some things here in Chipley that if someone is watching in Chicago or Europe or wherever they may be watching right now, that they might enjoy if they came here to Washington County?
Well, we're home of the largest wolf preserve in the southeastern United States, Seacrest Wolf Preserve, which is only about 15 minutes from the Amtrak station. Falling Water State Park is home to the tallest waterfall in Florida, and it is a couple miles from here.
And people might think, how big could a waterfall be in Florida? But this thing actually plunges over like a 100-foot cliff, so
right.
It's a good-sized waterfall, actually.
It is. It's pretty impressive. And then, of course, we have awesome paddling. We have Holmes Creek, which is home to some big springs like Cypress Springs. We have the Choctawhatchee River, which goes all the way into the bay in Walton County. And then we have the first state forest, Pine Log State Forest, down on the Washington County-Bay County line, which offers a lot of hiking and camping and hunting.
And of course, here in Chipley, you have a very railroad-themed, railroad-centered downtown for people who are really into railroad history or just who, like me, just love railroads and love trains. It's a really neat place for railroad enthusiasts.
Yes, Chipley definitely embraces the railroad.
That's good. Well, thank you very much, Heather.
You're welcome.
And we've really enjoyed being here with you today. And that's going to wrap up. I'll stick my head into the camera. That's going to wrap up our live broadcast today on 2Egg TV. And I'm going to sign us off up here. So we want to tell you how much we've enjoyed being here. We thank you for tuning in. And again, if you tuned in late, you'll be able to watch the replay of this anytime you want at 2egg.tv or on YouTube. So thank you very much, folks, and goodbye.